Good morning. Today's the last day I will be filming them in the morning when they got out. It's 7:30, they just got out and they went to the same piece of the land that they went yesterday, which is basically a sort of a pointy bit. There's the house, the white in the distance. It's quite far from home. Yeah, and I got a funny story. Yesterday, when I called the horses in, well, I didn't need to call them in. They were right at the stable waiting. It's sort of 6 o'clock. And Honey wasn't there. So I got really worried because I thought like, oh God, what if she, tried the fence somewhere and pushed herself through, or what if they kicked her head and she's dead in the field, or all those things that race through your head when you can't find your child. It's the same with horses. And so I had to call her. She didn't come, so I thought, oh, I'll just feed the others first and close them in the stables and whatnot. And I put some food in a bucket and I shook it and calling, and there she came. First, like, she was just walking, and then she suddenly realized that all the others had gone. And then she came in a trot. She came to the stable and went right in to eat. And this morning, Gandhi, the dun, he was out of his stable. I closed the door and I forgot to put the bar to close it. And so he was out of his stable and he made a right mess. Trying to eat out of the manger of Olímpio, and it was quite a lot of things were out of place, so to speak. But he was calm. So yeah, I opened the gate for them and he could get out, and Olímpio, and then Honey, and then Vincent and the mare. And the funny thing is that Honey stayed sort of at the gate, in front of the gate, and the mare was there as well, and she sniffed the mare. The mare wants to be friends with her, so she comes up to her all the time. She sniffed the mare and she was like, don't want that. Because she's also grey. She just thought it was Vincent, and then when she sniffed her, she realized it wasn't Vincent. But it's so funny that some people can't tell them apart, but she can't tell them apart either just from sight. She has to sniff them, which is funny. And then she went after Vincent. Vincent doesn't really want her around, so he just trots on, and she just races after him. But as you can see, Vincent's all the way there at the end, the furthest you can see. And she's here, so she's not so glued to him anymore. She doesn't need his protection anymore. I could say she's alpha mare now. They're all afraid of her, basically, or, they get out of her way. And she doesn't have to be afraid of any of them. So she's very high up in rank, and she did that in a week's time, which is impressive. Vincent, who is sort of head boy, he took him a bit longer to reach that rank. But funny how that goes. He loves it a bit, Dingo. Yeah, I do need to cut a tiny bit of her tail, I think. And then it will look fuller as well. Now it just ends in not much. Vincent doesn't have much tail. It's more than what he came with. He also didn't have much mane. And so they swapped places. Well, how did I do that, or was I wrong? Because now the mare's in the end. Right, whatever. See, I'm always proud that I can tell them apart. I probably didn't. I have to look the video back. But yeah, they're actually quite easy to tell apart. See if I can get them in one frame. Yes, sort of here. Vincent here in the front, he's got a straight back, and he's very hoekig. In angles, everything is pointy. And the mare has got a hollow back, and everything is rounded. And she's got huge eyes and long mane, and he doesn't. And the other thing, he's got a big bump under his left eye, which you can see when you come close to him. And I always am surprised how light the mane of the chestnut Olímpio look in certain light. Because normally when you're close up, they look the same color as his coat. But then in this soft morning light and soft evening light, and usually on video, they look quite a bit lighter. I like him. It's funny because I thought like, well, I got a lot of colors. I would like a brown one. I had a brown one, Jupiter, but he died. And now Honey is taking the place. She's the brown one. Still need a Palomino though, but you know, I don't take them on by color. It's just, you know, I like variation. I've had 2 Palominos. Oh, the sheep are here. Oh, I have to keep an eye on Sophie, although I don't think she's really interested. Sophie! Come, we're going back. Yeah, so last morning I'll be filming straight after they come here, because it's basically just, you know, they're grazing, they're calm now, and nothing really happens. And I'll be filming less frequent and different things. I will try some saddles on her, for instance, and do her coat and her mane and cutting her tail, things like that, you know, little bits of caring and grooming. And oh, sorry, I have to turn because I was wrapped in the lead. So I did it slowly this time. I saw last time I did it a bit quickly. Yeah, and I wish I had a way to keep the camera more still, but there you are. I'm trying. I keep pausing in my steps, and so you have a still view. Sophie, the little dog, I inherited her from a friend that died. And Dingo, he was a chain dog, and I actually got him from a friend that I got Olímpio from as well. And I just came there to pick up something, I forgot what it was. And he said, do you want a dog? I said, well, I already got 3. Yeah, he said, because he runs away, I need to keep him on a chain, and I don't really want that. He had him from a guy that I didn't want him on a chain. And he thought like, oh, maybe he'll stay with me because I've got fencing. But he just went under the fencing and whatnot. So he said, well, mind you, he had him on a very long chain, like 3 meters or something. He tried to be as kind as possible, but yeah. And I said, go on then, but bring him to the vet to have him castrated, and then the vet can bring him to me afterwards. And he did. So yeah, that cost me a little bit for castrating him, actually a lot. But there you are. And now he still has to be on the lead, because I tried, but he does go away. And it wasn't as bad, but now he's got that that road is so busy, so I just don't want him to cause accidents or be in an accident. And so, but you know, within the fencing of the house he can be loose. It's just when I go walkies, he needs to be in a leash. But I wanted to say something else, and I forgot. So, oh yes, the vet, why he brought him to my house. The vet's got his parents or his in-laws. I keep forgetting. They are actually sort of neighbors. They're living like sort of behind those trees there. So, you know, it's just nipping over to his in-laws and or parents for lunch or whatnot, and he takes the dog. He often does that as well, and I need him for the horses, so I don't pay for him to come. Just pay the medicine. They're very nice like that, because they know I rescue horses and dogs and cats. Right, so I'll leave it at that. I got a cold, maybe you can hear it. Sophie found some poo to chew on. Disgusting, but they like it. And horse poo is not that disgusting, it's vegetarian, isn't it? It's meat poop that's bad. Right. Off we go to muck out the stables, and then I'll have breakfast.